My friends, my amigos, my shamigos. Shane here, and today we've got your real estate rundown. All the cities bundled into one video with timestamps so that you can go right to your city of choice, or just watch them all to get the overall picture. Now, today I'm answering the 3 big housing market questions, and more importantly, we're focused on the current and forward-looking data so you can actually use the information before it's too late. And stay to the end for my rundown, double down. 2 takeaways you need to know. So hold on tight, and here we go. Cathedral City's market action rose slightly to 80 thanks to a week average of 100 topping the charts. The average has been holding a slow, steady climb, now in the 80s. The 7-day median list price, these are homes already on the market, rose again this week to $499,000. Another almost 10% jump, but the 90-day average is hovering just below the $500,000 mark. The new listing median price, these are the new listings hitting the market this week, rose almost $70,000 to $514,000. So prices roaring ahead in Cathedral City. Good news for homeowners. And as far as what's available to purchase this week, inventory stayed steady at 41 for sale against a 42 unit 90-day average. Yet, we lost 8 more available homes than we gained this week. So I expect that market action is going to stay pretty darn strong. And that's been Cathedral City. On to Coachella. The Coachella market action stayed locked in at 75 despite seeing a fleeting 7-day average of 35. Which is the closest we've seen to a balanced market valley-wide, thanks to an influx of new inventory. Now, the 7-day median list price, these are the homes already on the market, stayed flat at $305,000, with the 90-day average holding steady at $327,000. Now, the new listing median price, these are the new homes hitting the market this week, dropped $126,000 to $300,000, which could signal that we're in for a price cooling. As far as what's available to purchase this week, inventory is flatlined at 10 units for sale against 10 unit 90-day average. The good news for home buyers is that there is a net positive 4 homes available to purchase this week. And that's Coachella. On to Desert Hot Springs. The Desert Hot Springs market action remains stable at 75 this week despite a drop to 59 in the 7-day average. This week, the 7-day average median price for homes currently on the market is up almost $60,000 to $358,000. The 90-day average median price stayed stable at $330,000. The new listing median price, these are the new listings hitting the market this week, rose almost $60,000 to $357,500. So, a week of more expensive homes coming on the market, pushing the trend up. As far as what's available to purchase this week, inventory has risen 6 to 56 units from last week, with the 90-day average still steady at 55. That's a bit of good news, as there was a net positive 6 homes for sale on the market. So basically more homes came on the market than were sold this week. And that's been Desert Hot Springs. On to Indian Wells. The Indian Wells market action is hovering right around 50 for the 90-day average with a consistent 49 for the 7-day average. This week, the median list price for Indian Wells is $3.5 million, flat to last week. And this is keeping the 90-day average steady at $2.5 million. Now, the new listing median price, these are the new listings hitting the market this week, came in at $2.6 million, slightly above the current 90-day median. And as far as what's available to purchase this week, inventory has been hovering in the mid-20s at 24 units, with a 90-day average sliding softly down to 38. With only a net loss of 1 home this week, things are looking pretty stable over in Indian Wells. And done for Indian Wells. On to Indio. The race car has finally come to the pit as the Indio market action is cooled a touch to 89 after a month-low 86-week average. This week, the median home price of active listings rested at $570,000, consistent with last week. The 90-day average median price stayed stable at $505,000. Now, the new listing median price, these are the new listings hitting the market this week, fell a bit to $510,000, the lowest we've seen in the last 4 weeks. And as far as what's available to purchase this week, inventory has jumped to 73 units for sale, up 7 from last week, getting closer to the 90-day average of 75. Good news is for buyers that we saw a net positive 7 homes come on the market this week, so that's about 10% of the inventory that didn't fly off the shelves. For more on what this all means and current status of the market, check out this video on how I solved the current housing crisis in my shower. Don't get cheeky. And that's been Indio. Off to La Quinta. The La Quinta market action rose ever so slightly to 63, but holding strong on the 90-day average of 80. This week, the median home price rose $100,000 to $1.1 million, yet the 90-day average median dropped a bit to $970,000. The new listing median price, these are the obviously new listings hitting the market this week, dropped almost $250,000 to $692,000. And as far as what's available for purchase this week, inventory has risen 7 units to 121 for sale against a 9-day stable average of 114 units. And we saw a net gain of 2 units this week. Not great, but certainly needed. And that's been the Quinta. Now, on to Palm Desert. The Palm Desert market index is planted right around 80, the same as last month's market index of 81. The weekly average dropped from 100 to 77, so for more of that's to come, we may see that 9-day average slide into the 70s. This week, the median list price just under $795,000, similar from last week as the 9-day average median stays consistent around $852,000. Now, the new listing median price, these are the new homes hitting the market this week, fell over $70,000 to $595,000. As far as what is available to purchase this week, inventory is consistent with last week at 89 units, still holding above the 9-day average of 92. Good news for buyers is there was an inventory surplus this week of 9 units. Will we see that reflected in lower new listing prices next week? I don't know, we'll see. Done with Palm Desert, onward to Palm Springs. Palm Springs market index is clinging on to 81. No real change since last week, but the 7-day average came in at 90. So a hot week in Palm Springs. Not just talking about the heat. This week, the median list price rose a touch over the 9-day average median to $1.3 million, a slight correction up from last week. Now, the new listing median price, these are the new listings just hitting the market this week, was down a few percent to $917,000. As far as what's available to purchase this week, inventory has dropped to 66 units with a 90-day average of 72 units. And we saw a 4-unit net loss in available homes this week, just demonstrating the week it's been in Palm Springs, but pretty consistent overall. All right, Palm Springs wrapped up, now off to Rancho Mirage. The Rancho Mirage market action is pushed into the 70s, thanks to a weekly average of 82. It's the second week it's been in the 80s. This week, the median list price rose a touch to $1.4 million against a 90-day average, median staying at the same $1.4 million. Now, the new listing median price, these are the new listings hitting the market this week, dropped ever so slightly to $899,000. And as far as what's available to purchase this week, inventories continued a gentle decline, losing another 5 now to 43 units for sale against a 9-day average of 59 units. And sold inventory met pace with new homes to reach a zero-sum game this week. So we're done with Rancho Mirage and on to Thousand Palms. The Thousand Palms market action dissipated like your resolve standing in front of those cute kitties ready for adoption at the animal shelter, Animal Samaritans. Not sponsored, by the way. In fact, the market action dropped all the way down to a weekly average of 17, driving the 9-day average below 50, closer and closer to the magic number of 30, a balanced market. This week, the median list price rose to nearly $360,000 against a 9-day average median of $249,000. Prices making a brief resurgence in an overall flat last few weeks. Now, the new listing median price, these are the new listings hitting the market this week, was 0. No new homes came on the market this week. Bad news for buyers, good news for sellers. And as far as what's available to purchase this week in Thousand Palms, inventory dropped to 6 units for sale against a 9-day average of 6 units. And with a net 0 in new versus sold homes this week, Thousand Palms is still offering great value in the Palm Springs area. All right. And on to our rundown, double down. All right, that covers 10 of our local cities. Today I'm adding a new segment here, the rundown, double down. Sharing a couple extra points from either the week's data or the county or statewide news and what it means for you. Now let's go. Newsom will or has lifted California's stay-at-home order depending on when you watch this, allowing most businesses to open at full capacity and fully vaccinated people to forego masks in most situations. And the latest word is that the building industry is close to full employment. So hopefully we can get some of those new home developments rocking and rolling. My friends, my amigos, my shamigos, thanks for watching this market update. How do you like the format? How's the real estate rundown grabbing you? Comment below, as I'm always looking for great feedback to make this segment better. Hit the like if this was valuable and subscribe for more next week. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a Palm Springs day.